Alright, so we're going to start on this next project, restoring this sander. Before I'll do like a whole walk around of it. Before we get started with that, I just want to plug it in and make sure it works first. So I'll take that as a yes. Alright, I really need like a lazy Susan or something. So let's take a look here. Alrighty, so we have our helper again today. So what I'd like you to do, see like the sawdust and stuff? Look down, can you reach over and look? See all that? I'm gonna have you we're just gonna take like the first layer off. So here, we'll lay it down. Just like spray some of the cobwebs and stuff away. And light little brush, and then you'll hit it with the air, like some of the sawdust in there. Get some on this little nut right here. All you want to do is just try to break up some of it, then you just hit it with the air compressor. There you go. Yeah, this will put in a rust bath. You're using is just a nylon brush. It's a plastic brush, so you don't scrape off or scratch the metal. Can you get like underneath that thing? There. Good job. What do I have you do? Yeah, you just point out this is cracked right here. We don't want to break it anymore. I want you to carefully undo these. Probably going to be a bunch of sawdust in there, and just put the bolts down here. And then you want to hold on to this because it's probably going to want to fall. You got to be very delicate with this. Okay, just take it off. Probably going to be a bunch of sawdust in here for you to do. Alright, so why don't you use the, well, you could start with this, and whatever doesn't come, follow up with this. stand here because the wind is blowing that way. So I just explained to you why we have different brushes, you know, the nylon, brass, and the steel. What I'd like you to do is take that little right angle pick and be very careful. We want to get some of the sawdust that's in there out. We don't want to totally scratch up anything, but as you were using this brush earlier, we're just going to try to get some of that sawdust out. Okay, now do this one. We'll use the air compressor to totally blow it out. So with this tool, you just go like that. It's kind of like a toothpick. Okay. Why don't you use the air compressor and blow a little bit out? Now look at it, see if you still got more stuff in there, if it needs more picking. Think it's all good? Alright. No, you're tightening it up, Mace. Use the Phillips end, please. Thank you. There you go. Good job. You just had to give it a little muscle into it. There's probably a bunch of sawdust in here, so we're going to be very careful taking... Nope. Just the feet. Okay, what you don't want to touch, this is a capacitor. It could still hold electricity and you can zap yourself, so we don't want to touch it, but looks like we got a little cobwebs in here. So we're going to just gently just give this a little blowout. So go ahead and spray it. Good job. The shaft just has a little bit of rust on it. I don't know if we want to totally take this thing apart because it does spin pretty freely. I don't see any burnt connections or anything. That's a good sign. So I'm a little disappointed. I used this just a couple months ago when I did the Craftsman tool chest on the vertical surfaces. I kept the lid on it, but it like all gelled up together. It's like one solid little clump. I'll try to still use it. I don't know if it's going to work. If not, I'm going to have to buy another one of these things. But I was happy with the results when I did use it. But because this is metal, it's not a sticker, so I'm not going to be able to take this whole thing off and dunk it, because I know what happened last time. It just eats the paint right off. So I was just going to, you know, apply some of this on the top rust areas. I mean, I could probably sand it too, well, let's continue on. So I'll be starting to disassemble it here shortly. When they made this, I don't know why you take this off, but if you did need to take it off, you know, the head of the screw I think should be up top, not underneath here. Makes it real awkward when you're going to want to service it. And then to angle this shelf, I guess, I don't know if that's the proper term, I would expect like a nut or something, or I don't know what you would even call this. I'm going to call it like a bolt or an adjustment screw. I expect it to be farther out, but they've got like an Allen wrench way down inside. I can see why they didn't have it on this side, because this is where the plastic is, but you know, they should have made it just a little bit more user friendly for when you had to adjust this plate. So I was just trying to teach you, but we had it off camera. I told him this looked like a number 3 Phillips. So if you put this in here, it will work, but see where we've got a little bit of play, we risk stripping it. So before you do that one, I want to put a little bit of penetrating oil on here, because this might be rusted in. So we're just going to let that sit for a little bit. And loosen up that rust. So when you do this, what we don't want, I'm going to demonstrate with your screwdriver, we don't want this thing coming out, because if it comes out and you turn it, you could break the screw. So when you do it, I want you to be pushing down as you're backing it out. Okay? Now you're right, you're tightening it up. Push down. Okay, stop. We have to let the oil, take it out. We have to let the oil penetrate more. Okay? So we're just going to wait a little bit longer. So upon further inspection, when you had stepped away, this is not actually screwed into a piece of metal. It's screwed into a nut on the other side. So I actually just loosened it up, so you should be able to take this out now. You want it to be straight. Okay. Okay, it's gone. Just leave it in there for right now. We'll get it here in a minute. Let me get this other one. Hold on, I gotta tighten this down. Go ahead and try. You're tightening it up. Okay, here. I'm gonna help you. Take it up. Okay, now do it. Okay, it's done. It's free. Take off your screwdriver. Oh. Here, put the screwdriver in there just so I can loosen this off. Keep going. It hasn't dropped yet. Okay, got it. Thank you. Oh, got a bunch more sawdust on here to take care of. I thought this was metric since it was made overseas, but it's actually 5/8. Hopefully this evaporust has some more life in it. It is turning pretty black. But so when I was saying earlier that the head of the bolt should be up and not underneath for, you know, working on this piece. I thought this piece just held part of the motor in place. It's actually the cover to prevent you from hurting yourself, and it was just upside down. So this actually makes more sense where these are more accessible. If you can see here, the plastic is actually cracked. So after I get this cleaned up, I'm going to see if I can't maybe epoxy it or glue it back in together again. So like I said before, I don't know what happened to this because I did keep the lid on. It wasn't closed or anything. It's all like curdled milk inside. I don't even know if that's going to do anything. It's going to... Yeah, you can see that. Yeah, I don't even think that's going to do anything. Oh well. I'll let that sit and just see if that does anything on the top, and then I gotta buy some more. Maybe it's just one shot use. Once you open it up, you gotta use it all. Don't know. I didn't see that on the instructions at all.